Now picture never having to answer another customer call manually. No more having to deal with repetitive customer questions or even the need to have an entire call center just to handle calls. If you're a business owner ready to reap the benefits of AI, today I'll be building an advanced AI receptionist that can handle all inbound calls for your business. It will respond to repetitive customer queries, book appointments on your behalf, as well as saving customer details to your CRM or your database or whatever. Here's the demo.
Hello, welcome to Ultimate Dental. How may I assist you today?
Where are you guys located?
We're located at 123 Main Street, Nairobi, in the Westlands area. If you need any more info or directions, just let me know.
You guys are open from what time to what time?
Our office hours are Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And on Saturdays, we're open from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. If you need anything else, feel free to ask.
I'd like to book an appointment.
Awesome. I can help you with that. First, can I get your full name, please?
John Smith.
Thanks, John. Can you please provide me with your email address?
My email is john@gmail.com.
Got it. And what's your phone number, John?
0755151341.
Thanks for that. Now, could you tell me what dental condition you're experiencing?
Actually, I have so much pain at the back of my mouth. When I drink anything hot or cold, it becomes very painful, or even when I bite into something hard, it's quite aching.
I'm sorry to hear that, John. That sounds uncomfortable. Just to confirm, you have pain at the back of your mouth that gets worse with hot or cold drinks and when biting into hard foods, right? Now, when would you like to schedule your appointment?
Let's do tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Checking availability for your appointment tomorrow at 10 a.m. Looks like we have availability tomorrow at 10 a.m. Just to confirm, is that time good for you?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Great. Let me book that for you, John. Just to confirm your email one more time, it's john@gmail.com, right?
Yes.
Your appointment has been successfully booked for tomorrow at 10 a.m. See you soon, John. If you have any other questions or need anything else, just let me know.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, John. Take care and see you tomorrow.
Now, if I check my calendar here, you can see tomorrow, that's Saturday. You can see 10 a.m. appointment has been booked successfully. And here on my database, you can see I have a database of appointments. Then you can see the appointment has just entered, the customer name, their email address, their phone number, the condition they're experiencing, which when I expand, you can see pain at the back of the mouth, which worsens when they drink hot or cold drinks and even hard foods. Then the appointment date is tomorrow at 10 a.m. Now you can imagine the impact of such an AI system to your business. For example, this dental clinic, it's a dummy dental clinic, but if they're available to take in appointments, whether it's day, night, whether it's in the weekends or holidays, it means they're able to take in more appointments. What you want to do is to meet the customer at their convenience. You don't want them to only call during your working hours. What if it's during the night and my tooth has just started aching and I just need to book an appointment immediately? If I call your dental clinic and you don't pick up, I'll call your competitor. If they pick up, they get the business. It's that simple. So now the question you're asking is, how can you get into building one yourself? Let me show you. My piece of art fell and I'm so happy you guys can't see it because I was very, very sad and I was shocked. I was thinking to myself, will it be seen? But good thing you guys can't see it. I was like, it's going to be a masterpiece, but just on a side note, but let's get into it. So we are building the Voicebot over on Retail AI. So if you're not familiar with Retail, it's a competitor to a platform called Vapi, which is the platform I've always been using for building voicebots. But Retail is a really awesome option. Why is that? Is because it has inbuilt functionality. Also, it makes it easy to test your voicebot. It's just so awesome. So if you don't have an account on Retail, just search retailai.com. Something of the sort, retailai.com. Create an account if you don't have one, then log into your dashboard. Okay, so when you arrive at your dashboard, you'll have something like this. So if it's your first time building an assistant on Retail, this will be empty. So you'll click on create an agent. You can either create a single prompt or a multi-prompt one. So in this case, we'll just go with a single prompt one. Multi-prompt one enables you to chain together different system prompts so that you don't have such a long system prompt for a single agent. But in this case, we'll just go with a simple single prompt. Start from blank is what we'll go with. Then what I'll do is I'll paste in the system prompt that we're using. Then I'll go through it so that you understand what was going through my mind when I was building it. Okay, so but before we go into this, let me just show you the boilerplate of starting any system prompt. There you go. So before starting any system prompt, I normally like pasting in this boilerplate. So you give it a role, the task, specifics in regard to the task itself, context in regard to the business, so you can see about the business and what the business does. Then some examples, so like an actual script of a back and forth between the AI and the user and how an actual conversation would go. Then some notes. So in this place is where when you test the voice bot and you notice it messed up something, you come here to tweak the prompt and give it more cautioning. Okay, so they have pasted in the prompt. So you can see here, your role is you're John, a helpful and enthusiastic AI digital receptionist at Ultimate Dental. Your role is to help customers with any of their questions, help book them into appointments, and save a summary of their dental condition in our database for the dentist to prepare before the appointment. Your task is to help the customers with any questions they may have. For any general inquiries, please use the information provided in the knowledge base. So I went ahead and created a knowledge base. This is just a PDF document containing the dentist's frequently asked questions and answers. So let me just show you that. So here you see it. So it's question answer pairs. So here's the question: what should I expect during my first visit? Then there's the answer. How often should I visit the dentist? There's the answer. Or even, let me go down here. Where are you guys located? We are located at 123 Main Street, whatever. Okay. I'll be honest, I came up with this using ChatGPT, but in your case, you just upload your FAQs document, which I'm sure most likely your business has. Your other task is to book appointments for customers who request them. We need to help them as soon as possible and schedule them in. And for this, I'll show you how we connect the function to be able to book in the appointment. Retail makes it so easy. That's how it's so amazing. I was even surprised that I ended up liking it more than Vapi in some aspects. Okay, here's today's current date. Take it into consideration when checking calendar availability or booking appointments. The good thing is this is an inbuilt variable within Retail AI. If you're familiar with building voice bots, working with the current date and time can be a task. So if someone says they want to book an appointment tomorrow at 10 a.m., the AI doesn't have access to the current time. If you are working with Vapi, we would need to make an API call to some external API to retrieve the current date and time at the current time zone of the user. But in this case, Retail makes it so easy. So this is an inbuilt variable, okay? And you can see this is how we reference variables within Retail's system prompt. Is you put the variable, then you encapsulate it with two curly braces. Then when you go to the complete right tab, you're able to see that specific variable. So whatever variable you include within the system prompt, on the complete right tab, you can click these curly braces and you can see the variables that the AI will need to draw from somewhere before engaging with the conversation. After booking them into the appointment, save the appointment details to our database using the save to DB function, and I'll show you how we connect that. So now in regard to the specifics of the task at hand, we give it more details. So when the customer expresses interest in booking an appointment, ensure to obtain the following details. So the full name, email, phone number, the condition they're experiencing, and the appointment date and time. After obtaining the above details, go ahead and book the appointment into our calendar using the book appointment function. If the time slot is not available, use the check calendar availability function to give them time slots close to what they wanted. Then go ahead and book them in when they pick one. So as I mentioned, the good thing with Retail is they already have inbuilt functions. So when I click on functions over here, so let me just shrink that. You'll click on functions, then click add. So you can see already there are inbuilt functions for ending the call, transferring the call, checking calendar availability, or booking the calendar, booking in the appointment into the calendar. So they already have an integration with cal.com. So if you're familiar with appointment bookings, Calendly is one very famous one. Personally, I used to use Calendly a lot, but cal.com is just a replica of Calendly. And the good thing is they already have an integration with Retail AI. If you've built voice bots initially, booking appointments with Vapi could be you need to make an API call to an external platform like make.com or Zapier, and you'd need to connect your Calendly, connect all these things and configure them. But in this case, Retail makes it so easy. Like, you don't know how much of a headache they've reduced by just ensuring the functionality is inbuilt. Because the thing is, with this AI phone callers, appointment booking is such a critical function for so many businesses. So having it already inbuilt makes the work so easy. Not to mention that now you don't have to incur Make.com usage costs, because if you're using Make.com to book the appointments, to book that appointment consumes an operation, and operations aren't free with Make.com. So if booking of appointments is such a critical functionality within your business, then using Retail AI would be the best option, because every time appointments are booked, it's calling directly the API of Cal.com to book the appointment. It's not going through Make.com to book the appointment. Therefore, you save a lot of usage costs that you need to incur. Okay, then we go ahead and give it context in regard to the business at hand. So on successfully booking the appointment, do not tell them that you've booked them in until you save the appointment details to our database. So after booking the appointment, use the save to DB function to save the details to our database. And don't worry, I'll take you through integrating all these functionalities that we have within that. Right now, I just want to go through the system prompt, then we can move into functionalities. So the context in regard to the business, this I just had ChatGPT. I just told ChatGPT something like, generate me a dummy description of a dental clinic called Ultimate Dental, thinking through the services that they work with and all those details. So it spun out something like this. Then I just came and pasted it in. So this is in regard to what the business does. So the services that the dental clinic does, including orthodontic solutions such as braces, whatever. You can pause and read through it. But point is, you can put in context in regard to your business and the services within here. Then here is where we have some notes in regard to the VoiceBot. So when I tested the VoiceBot, I noticed some places where it was messing it up. Here's where I come in and tweak the system prompt so that the AI can be able to correct the mistake. The reality is, with building VoiceBots, you never get it perfect right off the gate. You'll first spin out a quick system prompt, test the VoiceBot, then you'll notice that for the first time maybe it might work, second time you test it, it might get something wrong. So you go back to your system prompt, then tweak it more and more, and you'll notice that 80-90% of the time will be spent in the system prompt itself, because that's the most critical part. So testing is a very critical part of building VoiceBots. The good thing is we have automated testing platforms out there. An example of an automated VoiceBot tester is Humming.ai. So that is HAMMING.ai. It enables you to automatically test the VoiceBot. So for example, it will call this time acting like a grandpa, or this time it calls acting like an uncle, or this time it calls acting like an angry customer. Point is, you want to automate testing en masse so that you're able to ensure the VoiceBot is fine-tuned over time. You could do this manually, but being able to automate it makes your VoiceBot more efficient. So you can see here, you can just go to Humming.ai. They already have a partnership with Retail, so it makes it easy just to do these automated testers. So the first note is, ensure not to give any medical or dental advice to the caller. If the caller asks for any medical or dental advice, inform them that you're not allowed to do so, and that it's best for them to book an appointment with one of our dental practitioners. So this statement over here is in order to be compliant with a law called HIPAA compliance. That is HIPAA compliance. It's double A or triple A, I'm not sure, you can confirm. But point is, when you're dealing with health data is quite sensitive, and there's a strict law that ensures that you need to be compliant with that. Because someone's health is not something to joke around, and having the AI just give advice here and there is not advisable, because it's quite subjective. Someone else could be having some underlying conditions, and you don't want the AI to give advice without context on that underlying condition. So after successfully booking the appointment and saving the details to our database, make this exact statement, replacing in the time slot they have booked in and their name. So your appointment has been successfully booked for tomorrow at 12 p.m. See you soon, John. Do not dare make this statement twice, just once only. This is a matter of life and death. Okay, this is critical, because I noticed when it books the appointment, it would say this specific statement twice. Your appointment has been booked tomorrow at 12 a.m. John. Your appointment has been booked tomorrow at 12 a.m. John. So it's repetitive and it doesn't sound natural. Okay. And notice here I tell it, this is a matter of life and death. That in prompt engineering is what we call emotional prompting. Is where you give statements like, this is extremely critical to the success of our business. I really appreciate you taking keen interest to ensure everything is alright. I really appreciate you taking this step by step. Like, it sounds so emotional and it seems so dumb. Why are you telling the AI with such emotions? But study has shown that giving such statements ensures the AI takes keener interest and actually pays keener attention to the specific instruction you've given it. Therefore, it will do its best to give you the right results. Then there's more cautioning here. Don't ask for the time zone, because the time zone of the user is Africa, Nairobi. This is depending on where your business is located. Before booking the appointment, ensure to confirm the user's email back to them to ensure you have gotten it right. So this is when I noticed when I was testing it, it would get, I would say something like john@gmail.com, but it doesn't get that at. Okay, so it just says john@gmail.com. Then it tells me that I've given it the wrong email address. When it's in its case, it's extracted it wrongly. Okay, so this is just cautioning it to ensure it's confirming the email back to me. Then this specific statement, this entire paragraph is, I paste it in all voice bots that I normally build. Why is this? I normally call it what we call prompt seasoning. Okay, like just imagine someone like Salt Bay just sprinkling in some seasoning into your prompt, making it better. So in this case, I call it prompt seasoning because it makes the AI more human-like and make the conversation more natural. Okay, so on your side, you can just copy this as is, then paste it in whatever system prompt you build for any voice bot, and you'll just make your conversations just way better, more human-like. Okay, so try it out and come thank me later. So when generating responses, aim for casual and conversational tone. Think of how you might talk to a friend in a relaxed setting. Use informal language and colloquial. How do you pronounce that? Colloquial. You know, I won't butcher this. Colloquial expressions such as so, yeah, okay. Avoid formal language and corporate jargon. Instead, focus on making the dialogue flow naturally, using contractions like you're instead of you are, and inserting filler words occasionally to mimic natural speech patterns. So things like well, so because an actual human, they don't just speak words on words without even taking a pause to think. People use and when your AI just speaks the entire statement without such filler words, people can pick up that this is an AI. It sounds so robotic. Okay, strive to make responses sound warm and approachable using everyday vocabulary and sentence structures. Then for any general inquiries, ensure to check our knowledge base and provide a relevant response. This is extremely critical. When obtaining details from the user, ensure to ask one question at a time. Do not bombard them with an entire list of questions. So it's something that you'll notice when you're testing your voice bot. Up here, I gave it a list of questions that it needs to obtain before booking the appointment. The name, the email, the phone number. So when I tested it first time, it would just ask, kindly give me the following details: your full name, email, phone number, and the condition you're experiencing. But the reality is a human being has some sort of bandwidth that they can handle just a small set of questions. So when you bombard them with all these questions, they won't remember. So just take it one at a time. Then ensure to take note of the customer's dental condition and have a summary in place to save to the database. Do not dare have them repeat themselves. Another cautioning, I noticed it was repeating itself. Then when booking an appointment and saving the details to our database, ensure to maintain a human-like conversation with the user. Do not say statements like booking appointment for John Smith. You'd rather say something like, let me book that for you, John. You see, that's more conversational, more human-like. Also, do not dare mention that you are saving the details to our database. That's an internal thing the customer should not know about. Okay, so you should just know that the appointment has been booked. Just that. Then going to the functions over here, for adding the booking appointment functionality is just simple as, let me just click add. Then you'll click on book on the calendar. Then you can see here, this is the description of the actual functionality. Okay, when the user asks to book an appointment, book it on the calendar. So this specific instruction will be injected into the system prompt. Then when the user says like something like, I want to book an appointment, the AI will know I have a function whose description is, this is the function to book the appointment. Then it will know this is the function to call in order to book the appointment. So you see, it's as easy as just pasting in your API key from carl.com, the event type ID from carl.com. So for this, go ahead and search carl.com. If you don't have an account, go ahead and create one. It's as simple as you can sign up with your Google account, then log in. So I log in, go to my app, then you can configure your availability. So in this case, you can say maybe on Sundays you're not available, or Saturdays, whatever it is. Then go to settings, then scroll down here, you'll see under developer, click on API keys, then click add. Give your API key a name, something like retail API key 2 or whatever. Then I'd rather it never expires. So on my side, I'd rather have it never expire, but you can have it to expire within 30 days. So it means that once you paste in this API key to retail, after 30 days, you need to come and generate a new API key in order for the booking functionality to work. So it's quite a cumbersome process. So you just put it at never expires, then click on save. So you'll copy this API key, go to retail and paste it in there. Then the event type ID, go back to carl.com, click on back. So you can go ahead and create a new event, giving it the time slot. So for example, you can have 15 minute time slots, 15 minute. What's wrong with my English? 15-minute time slots or 30-minute time slots. But already here I have some events in place. So you'll click on the event that you want to book in the appointments. So for example, 30-minute meeting. That's the event type. To get the event type ID, you can see here in the URL, just after event types, just copy this number as is. This is what you'll copy, then go back to retail and paste it in there. Then you'll put in your specific time zone. In this case, you can see it's set by default to America, Los Angeles, but in my case, I'll put Africa, Nairobi, okay? So you can go ahead and search ask ChatGPT for your time zone in this specific format, then come and paste it in here, then click on save, okay? But in my case, I already have these functions, I'll click cancel. Then I'll do the same thing for checking calendar availability. So you click add, then click on check calendar availability. You'll paste in your API key and your event type ID as usual. Then you can see here the description is, when the user asks for availability, check the calendar and provide available slots. So if they say they want to book tomorrow at 10 a.m., the AI first needs to check whether that time slot is available. If it's not available, it should be able to return and say something like, 10 a.m. is not available, but we have other time slots from 10:30, we have another one at 12:30 or 2:30. It gives these 3 time slots for the user to pick between those, okay? So it will check, are there time slots that are around what the user was asking, then gives that back to them for them to pick. So do that, then click save. On my side, I'll just click cancel. Then for saving to the database, click add, okay? Custom function, because this we're going to save the details to Airtable using make.com. So give it a name, something like save to DB. I normally like having my tool names, so this is a tool or a function in camel case, okay? My background is in programming, so I normally just like simplifying it and having it in camel case, where the complete first letter is in small, then the next words after that are in capital letter. Each single, how do I explain camel case? You know what, go and search. Then give it a description, something like this function is used to save the appointment details, can I really type, to our database. So you want to give it a brief description that goes straight to the point. Don't fill in here a lot of jargon, a lot of gibberish to explain a simple concept as this function is used to book and save the details to our database, okay? If you have it as a long description, you're risking having the AI not able to tell what's this function used for, okay? Then here you'll go and paste in your URL, which is going to be sent for the data so that you can save the data, okay? So with this, we're going to use make.com. So here I have the make.com scenario. I'll have this template provided within the description. So go ahead and just import this blueprint as is. You'll click on more, import blueprint, then you'll upload the JSON file that is this template, okay? So you can see the first module of this specific template is the one that will obtain the data from Retail AI, okay? So it's just a webhook. You'll go ahead and click add, then save the webhook, okay? So you'll click save, then copy the address to clipboard, then go and paste this within Retail AI. So go and paste it here, then back here to make.com. Let me just explain what this specific scenario does, okay? so that we're on the same page. So it will receive some data from Retail AI. The data comes in this specific format. So when I click on this bubble over here, you can see data comes in, and under the arguments, you can see this is the details that come in. The customer phone number, appointment date and time, customer condition, that's the summary of the condition they're having with their teeth, their name and their email. Okay, then we have a ChatGPT step here. It's a create a completion module. So I'll click on it and just take you through it. And what it does is it extracts the actual date and time. So the user said something like tomorrow at 10 a.m. But in order to be able to save this to our database, we need it in ISO date format. ISO date format. And I'll show you how that works. So scrolling down here, we have the system prompt, which is we're just from asking the customer when they want to book the appointment. You will be provided with the current date and their response. You must output the date and time they want the appointment in date time format. You have to output only the date time in ISO 8601 format. And this is a standard date time format across the world. It's very common. So that's why I like using it. Don't add any notes or text, just the UTC time. So this is an example of how it is. This is the date time format in ISO format. And this is how an actual date that we need to extract from what the user says. So if they say tomorrow at 10 a.m. and we know that today is January 10th, we need to know that tomorrow is January 11th. At 10 a.m. will look something like this. So this is what the AI should be able to give back as the result. Okay. Then we go ahead and give it the date time today. Then give it what the user asked so that he can be able to go ahead and extract the date. So this is the current date and time. This is an inbuilt function of make.com called format date. Okay. We want the date in this specific ISO format where it's 4 digits for the year, 2 digits for the month, and 2 digits for the day. Then the hour, minute, all that. Then we specify the time zone, okay, which is Kenya, Nairobi. Then we go ahead and say, here's the customer's response on their desired appointment date and time. Then we put it in there, whatever came in from Retail AI. So when you click on over here, you can notice a pop-up appears on the left, and this is the data that comes in from Retail. So when I scroll here and click on the call, not the call, on the arguments down here, you can see the appointment date and time. Where is it? Over here is what you'll click to paste it in there. Then you'll click OK. Then next we have Airtable. So to connect to your Airtable database, you need an access token. So go ahead and log into your Airtable database. I have my Airtable database here. In order to access it, click on your profile. Click on Build a Hub. So I'll lead it on to a different tab. Then under Personal Access Tokens, create a new token. Give it a name, whatever it is. Then add some scopes. What a scope is what permissions is the external API that's calling Airtable allowed to handle. So if you only want to add records to your database and not alter records, you need to say you only need to add records. If you need to be able to update records, you need to tell it you can only update records with this access token. But in my case, I normally like adding all the scopes so that if I need to alter whatever it is within my database, I don't need to come and create a new access token. The access token I already have can handle every functionality. So go ahead and add all the scopes you need. There you have it. I've added it all. Then you want to attach a database to it. So in this case, my database is Ultimate Dental. Then you'll create token, copy it, then go and paste it within make.com. So back here, what you'll do, you'll click add. Okay. Connection type is for token. Okay. Then come and paste it in here. Okay. Then click save. Then you'll be connected. You scroll down here to the base. Pick the database that you've assigned to this specific access token. You'll only have one because that's the permission it has. Pick the table. In my case, is appointments table. Then here's where you'll fill in the details accordingly. So I'll just scroll this over here properly so that you can see it properly. Appointment ID, I leave that as blank because this is an auto ID. It's an auto number, I mean. So for any new data that comes into the database, that specific ID is just added by default. Okay, let me just show you. So you can see here the specific field type is an auto number. So any new record that comes in, a new record over here will be 8. So notice if I add a new record, you see it's now 8, 9, etc. Okay, then customer name. So I'll scroll down here, you can see, just add them in accordingly. So where's customer name? Over here. So you add it in. Then customer email, you just click on that accordingly. Okay, then do the same thing for customer phone, the condition, then appointment date, time. This is what we get from the AI. So this is the result. So click on result, then click on OK, and that's it. So click on save. Ensure you click on save. It's good practice to do so. So back here at Retail AI, we need to tell the AI the kind of data we need in order to save to our database. Okay, so you'll be able to generate what we call a JSON schema. This tells the AI the kind of properties to extract from the conversation in order to save to our database. So for this, you can click on the example over here to see the kind of structure we need. So I'll click on example 1, Control A to copy it entirely, then go to a platform called JSON Editor. So this is a website called, just go to jasoneditoronline.org. It enables us to format JSON data very, very easily. It's just so powerful. You don't know how much of a headache it can be to format JSON data. Okay, so I'll Control A on that, then just paste in whatever I have, then create a completely new JSON schema for your behalf. So you can see this is the structure of what Retail is expecting. So I know I need the customer name. So over here, I'll just alter this to customer name. It's of type string. Then the description, I'll alter it to this is the customer's full name. Can I really type Mutiso customer's full name? Okay. And notice when I add a comma, it tells me there's an error. So that's a good thing with JSON editor, is it ensures the JSON you get from this is completely syntax proper. Is that really a word? Syntax proper? Yeah, its syntax is okay. So I'll put a comma here and add a new property. So I'll copy whatever is here, then go down here, Control C, paste it in there, and this is the customer's email. And notice everything I normally label my variables with camel case. It just makes everything easier. Okay, so this is of type string, and this is the customer's email address. So can I really type? Yeah. Then just below here, I want to add another property, and this is the format. I want to ensure that the format is email. Okay, just that. Then add a comma, then do the rest for the others. So this customer email, copy that, go down here, paste it in there, and this time this is the customer's phone number. So I'll just do phone, then say this is the customer's phone number. Then I can go ahead and do the same thing for the other properties. So this is a summary of the customer's dental condition. That is for the variable customer condition. Then for the appointment date time, that's a variable. This is the date and time the customer wants to book an appointment. That's simple, don't overcomplicate it. Then you want to ensure under required fields over here. So we need to tell the AI that all the following variables are required in order to call this function. So I'll just tell it all of them. Okay, so I'll just copy all these variables and paste it in here. So there you go, I've added all of them. Then what I'll do is just Control A to copy all that, then go back to Retail and paste it. So here I'll just backspace that, then paste it in there. It's telling me schema is invalid, data required must not have duplicate items. Items 4 and 3 are identical. So yeah, I think it's this where I've repeated customer conditions, so I'll remove that. Yeah, that's okay. Then I'll just click format JSON for it to be structured well. That's it. Then you'll click on save. Okay, by my side I'll just click cancel, and yeah, that's it. Then over here you'll attach your knowledge base. So this is the data that the AI will use to answer to repetitive questions or just general inquiries. So you'll click on add, then add new knowledge base. Here's where you'll click add, then you'll give your knowledge base a name, something like FAQs, whatever it is. In my case, I called mine Ultimate Dental FAQs. Then add upload files. Then you add your PDF document. It can be a PDF document or a Word document containing your business data. Then you'll click on save. Then yeah, that's it. So we can do a quick test. So I'll go back to make.com and ensure the scenario is scheduled. So yeah, you can go ahead and click on schedule, or just click run once, because in this case I just want to run it once. Wait for new data. Then let's test the voice bot. And before testing, one thing I didn't touch on is over here under welcome message. Retail has 3 options. So it can either be the AI remains silent and it only talks once the user talks, or the AI begins the conversation with a dynamic begin message, so it will figure out how to start it, or we just tell it begin with this specific defined message. So this is what I start with and this is what I like. So hello, welcome to Ultimate Dental, how may I assist you today? So that's the start message. You can alter that accordingly. Then I click test.
Hello, welcome to Ultimate Dental. How may I assist you today?
Where are you guys located?
We're located at 123 Main Street, Nairobi, in the Westlands area. If you need any more info or directions, just let me know.
What time to what time are you guys open?
Our office hours are Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Saturdays we're open from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask.
I want to book an appointment.
Awesome. I can help you with that. First, can I get your full name, please?
My name is John Smith.
Great to meet you, John. Can you please provide me with your email address?
My email is john@gmail.com.
Thanks, John. Now, could you share your phone number with me?
My phone number is 0755151451.
Awesome, thanks. What dental condition are you experiencing that you'd like to discuss during your appointment?
I have some tooth decay at the back of my mouth. I have some tooths that are decaying and it's very painful, especially when I drink something hot or cold and even when I eat things that are hard.
Got it, John. So you've got some tooth decay at the back of your mouth that's causing pain, especially with hot or cold drinks and hard foods. Thanks for sharing that with me. Now, when would you like to schedule your appointment? Please let me know your preferred date and time.
Can we do tomorrow at 10 a.m.?
Checking availability for John Smith's appointment tomorrow at 10 a.m. It looks like tomorrow at 10 a.m. isn't available, but we do have a slot open from 10:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. Would that work for you?
That's perfect.
Awesome. Just to confirm, here's what I have so far. Name, John Smith. Email, john@gmail.com. Phone number, 0755151451. Condition, tooth decay at the back of your mouth causing pain with hot, cold drinks and hard foods. Appointment time. Tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Is everything correct? If so, I'll go ahead and book that for you.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Let me book that for you, John. Your appointment has been successfully booked for tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. See you soon, John. If you have any other questions or need anything else, just let me know.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, John. Take care and see you tomorrow.
So if I go back to make.com, you can see the scenario ran successfully. And if I go to my calendar, I should be able to see, you see, from 10:30 to 11, a new appointment has been booked. And here on Airtable, you can see the record has entered my name, email, phone number, the condition I'm having, etc. And yeah, that's it. That's how you're able to build an entire advanced AI receptionist that can handle repetitive queries, book appointments, save customer details to your database or your CRM, etc. And this is just a basic tutorial of what we're able to achieve. We can add as many functionalities based on your unique business needs. As I initially mentioned, leveraging such systems practically boosts your profits to your business. How is this the case? Is because being more available means you're able to take in more appointments, therefore making more money. It seems so obvious, but many businesses don't understand the power of such AI systems. And therefore, savvy business owners are taking on this advantage to be able to cascade past their competitors and eat market share faster than you can say market share. If you want to work with our team to build such powerful AI systems, can be such AI phone callers or AI voice bots, or AI phone caller and voice bots are the same. What? AI phone callers or AI chatbots, or any workflow automations where you have repetitive tasks within your business and you want them automated, you're able to work with our team for that. So go ahead and click the link in the description, book in a meeting with our team, and we'd love to work with you. Anyways, that's it from me. Till next time, stay savvy. Peace.